With Tokyo Game Show right around the corner, hopefully we're going to be getting some Monster Hunter 6 news. A lot of people are playing different games to kind of get that Monster Hunter fix still. Whether it's you're jumping back into World, continuing to play Sunbreak, or maybe even diving into an even older game. But there are some Monster Hunter-like games that people don't really talk about or really play. We did get Wild Hearts, and, well, let's just not talk about that. But there's another game called God Eater 3. Now, I know what you're thinking. 3? Shouldn't I start with the first one? Well, from a lore perspective, possibly, but I believe God Eater 3 is probably the best to just kind of leap into without knowing much about the series. Basically, this is if you did a fusion dance with anime, PSO2, and Monster Hunter and put it all together. It's still the same go out, hunt monster or big monster, and get the stuff to make more better stuff, to kill more stronger stuff. They even have their own version of a Elder Dragon threat called Ash Origami, but I'll talk about that later. Of course, it has multiple weapons to choose from. You got the Heavy Moon Boost Hammer, there's a Scythe, Short Blade, Long Blade, there's a Charge Spear, a Buster Blade, which is basically Great Sword, and a Long Blade. I think I'm forgetting something. Hammer? Boost Hammer? Did I say that? I forget. But if you notice, I didn't see any ranged weapons. There is no bow. There is no gunner class. And that's because every weapon can turn into a gun. And not just any gun, but there are different types of guns. There's regular pew-pew guns. There's shotguns. There's snipers. There's even a laser. A laser? And of course, since it's a Monster Hunter-like game, you get to create your own character, but I would say there's probably more customization with what your character looks like, as well as I believe there's a pretty good end game of basically getting your dress up, trying to look as clean and dripped out of your mind as possible. But I haven't touched none of that because I'm probably not even super far into the game yet. I believe that there's also like a high rank, quote unquote, master rank, quote unquote, /G rank, but I haven't gotten that far. But this game is really interesting. The systems are very similar. It's kind of very easy to pick up and play, but there are some heavy tutorials at the beginning to try to get you in the game, which I would say you're probably better off just watching a YouTube tutorial, I'm not even gonna lie, especially on like how these weapons work. But with each weapon, there's all different move sets, but each different move set can be augmented by going into burst mode. Now, burst mode augments 3 of your existing moves or power them up. You can customize them as you see fit, kind of like switch skills, but it's more so, it's basically certain moves that you can just choose and augment those moves even further. There's so much customization in this game, it kind of blew me away. At first, it was a little bit daunting, where every time you think that you're done with them giving you a new system or a new something, there's always more. There's always more. This game is you are in groups of 4, and if you don't have 4 people to play with, you will end up with 4 computers that do pretty decently well. Each computer or each person has their own weapon based on like their story, their character, and all of that stuff. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting game. I am thoroughly enjoying it, even though I took a break for a while, but that's because Sunbreak was heavy. And I was like, it's either I'm dropping Sunbreak or I'm putting down God Eater 3 for a minute, and it ended up being God Eater. But now I'm back to pick it up once again, and I've been really enjoying myself, to be honest. Now, the way this story works is you're kind of like a slave, and you have God arcs tied to you, where essentially you're like a hired gun, except you get paid by them just not, killing, because you're like a slave at the beginning. But I'm not gonna get too much in the story. I don't want to spoil too much. But with being a God arc and having God arcs, you can use devour techniques, which is basically taking a chomp out of the monster or out of the origami, what they're called in this game, to send yourself into burst mode to do the augmented moves that I talked about. Now, like I said earlier, Ash Origami are basically like Elder Dragons, except the move of devouring that I said before, they can also do that to you as well. So when you power yourself up by devouring, they power themselves up by devouring you. And if that happens, basically you turned on hard mode. You rang the bell in Sekiro to make everything harder. That's basically what happens. it's oh boy. Now this game is for, I believe, every system. So I'm not sure if there's crossplay or not. I'm pretty sure a simple Google search could probably tell me that. But it's for every console. I really wish GU was for every console, but like that's like wishful thinking, or at the very least for Steam. But you know, it'd have been nice to have more of a player base in GU. I have some stuff and some, you know, footage of me playing in the background. It should be, oh, I almost forgot, there's literally anime cutscenes in this thing. Like whole cutscenes. It caught me off guard. I don't know how many cutscenes there are. I hope there's more cutscenes in this than there is in Tales of Symphonia, because I was led to believe there's gonna be more anime cutscenes in that thing, and it was only 2. But we're getting off track. I'm gonna reel myself back in. This game is awesome. You'll probably find a weapon that you will like, or multiple weapons that you'll like. Now I started off using the scythe, but then of course me and my blade, I had to go with the long blade / long sword. Buster Blade is literally a great sword. They have the biting edge, which is essentially dual blades. Heavy Moon is, you're essentially Tira from Soul Calibur. I would love a scythe. A scythe in Monster Hunter would be cool. Well, I guess they have that with like the long sword, but like that's neither here nor there. They have a charged spear, which I haven't used much about, so I don't really know. And then there's short blades, which I don't really know too much about them because I ain't use them either. But like, there's weapons to choose from. Many customizations. I'm doing this game no type of justice, mostly because I suck at explaining things. But I was like, I feel like more people need to know about this game. I don't know how many people have heard of God Eater, but it's probably one of the best Monster Hunter-like games I think I've played. Only being rivaled to PSO2, but I don't know. They're vastly different games. PSO2 is more MMORPG. This is more Monster Hunter-like than PSO2. Yeah, I'm gonna let this Ash origami fight rock in the background. It's the second time that I did it. I wasn't expecting heavy story when I was recording this stuff, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave this in. But yeah, enjoy this Ash origami fight of me getting my butt whooped. Hopefully you found the gameplay appealing, and maybe this might be something you might want to try out or something. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Anything I can't answer, more than likely any type of God Eater expert will probably show up in the comments and answer stuff, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very well versed in this game. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see everyone on the next video.
Danger! Withdraw and regroup! I won't give up yet! Mission response detected. How? That's a devour attack.
Counter!
Engage starting up.
That's a no.
Overall response negative. Mission successful. Excellent work.
I just want to say thank you to my members. I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to butcher some of these. Modern Retro, Kier Keon 92, Manuel Montoya, Damascus Keck, Alfred Lowe, King of Noe, hopefully I'm saying that right, Ark, Mimi QT, Yim Zukato, Mr. Jamal, Deprip 10, Scander, High Voltage Thunderbolt, Javi 444, and Adam Olympius. Thank you for supporting my channel so much. It greatly helps, more than you know.